auditor general ni dwuma no ono kwa nkuntabuo no ohwen homa no na nia anko yie no na wachro ho make I say in terms of number of occurrences so I then active for some of the institutions ebi wo ho a nsemi bia na etaba regularly in the working of the auditor general ni hwehwemu any years public accounts yen sema yebisi bisa no yehu say ebinu eswati so meaning a certain level of understanding abim ama omunta enyesa boninu biom but mia dwen kakra no any the quantum of sika involved ebi wo the number of infractions in eba from especially within the assemblies in secondary schools in some of the technical universities in the colleges of education sika involved in infractions proyeni katasise wo mu no afedi esoro na den eko na eho na bia haye kakra but say the regularity, the number of times the repetition of acts in the form. But sika involved in terms of auditor general and the findings a sorona egusua.
No, findings nature attribute to this contributed to this phenomenon say infractions regularity in form but the quantum of the few infractions involved na kakra no.
My main say, me na no free. Ye ka say infraction I do ho maybe wakwa koto ade na wo koto no wo say wo gi invoice every be 3 different my man uses the word source and now from company more render service no one year no sa wo ko gi ba ko pe ena wo koso koto sa niama no in terms of nhihye ne mu no ene emra emma kwan sa eno beye infraction maybe sa situations no abafam dan so ubehwe no na ebi wo ho a contractor maybe o say ye de ma o say echo through competitive process ana say wo pese wo ye sole sourcing o say wo chro edikoma the procurement authority say omoma wo kwan na wonye sole sourcing wan chura ankoma ho na wo de wo pe e de award contract ne de ma winu abia na wo yonku bi say ono ombefa sa ade ne yen na wo be hu na even though the number of times ade ne AC no abafam na so sika involved no na akosoro no sika na involved no akosoro. Maybe in the past, no, we say nipa beye and companies and institutions beye 10 and no mbeba public accounts in him say omoye nyama bia anko ye. Now maybe sikana aye involved, no, maybe we fan say 1 billion. Now so ene institutions are mobeba no maybe a swati from 10 to say 7. Now so sika 7 no akobe maybe 2 billion.
That's almost so much pa
Bonia ekoso ne repetition no aba from now so sika involved in a few now omo aba no na akosoro omo ye no boom ha omo ye no boom enu na ya dia higher especially see more at the national level maybe share ministries, department and agencies na kese no ye den ekosupa but oba down to the assemblies in terms of this assembly common fund any IGF any pre-tertiary any colleges of education any technical universities the number of fractions in above for example those times you call northern zone no Tamalia 5 regions involved of upper east, upper west, northeast, savannah, any northern region omuno muba Tamale ye koho from Monday memenda ansana yaba Sunyani ha kwesida na yaba besiase ewo Sunyani Monday. Now so this time round ye siase ewo Tamale on Monday ena ye on Wednesday. And instead of 6 days a yedi beye jumanu Joda brother kuda yawoda fida ene memenda 6 days yinu yedi ena 3 na yedi ye Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. This should tell you say the number of infractions above from by almost about what 50%. Because now you're spending hono ekoye eswati enunti na yeba Sunyani ha earlier than the normal time yetaba enti ye bedru Sunyani ha nra ena yesha se ne enti yebeye djuma no so saa ewo Sunyani ha ene fide ye bi ochina memenda yebeye kwesida nka ho joda yebeye bi brother na ya yebi na yedi djuma die no so ayeden abebi enti aha no so yebeye 4 days. Na ahade involve Ashanti region, Western North, Bono East, Bono any ahafo. Ena yebeye omu ejuma ewo ha. These 5 regions na yebeye omu die ewo ha. Na aka yeko Volta so a yebeye Eastern, Greater Accra, Volta any oti. Sa 4 no. Na yifri ho a yako takrade akwa ye Western and Central region. Na enu na yede the areas of what assemblies no any secondary schools no any colleges of education any technical universities no omuhwehwe mu a auditor general fa omu no na yede aba ewie.
It could be obvious, but what is the real impact of how much we have lost on what should have been on the ground in terms of how the money should have been invested?
Oh, I know the baby. For example, so we kaya na ye mampini His Excellency na Danko Akufo-Addo any the Vice President Dr. Bawumia ekopie wo Poalugu in the Northeast region. Say omu inaugurate ana omu akati sort. Say ye be di dwuma bi a ye friend the multi-purpose Poalugu irrigation project and dam project yebenya yen kanie ibi efri hot said the way abui ema ye ibi no yebenya bi efri hot sa na akosombo die ibi yebenya kakra efri hot na ya sanso e de aye irrigation say dry season farming especially no ebi bekoso so that we here yen kasa akese omutu free Ghana na omu akobokina ko ye koto tomatoes ni jende ni ekeka ho nyina efri hot because omu dam no Bagri dam na omu ye no omu edi enyamfa so bebre especially in agriculture enti omu ka sa asemi no well now we thought say you good because ye hu near just one big dam under John Dramani Mahama NDC ye the Tam Dam mfaso a edi abre oman no in terms of agriculture ama agriculture production epeja ye ekoso Emma omu free north echo down south say omu hwehwe djuma ebi ni hono eso etie so say ye ba be ye Poalugu multi-purpose dam nka no so be den ebeboa say Bagri dam no ye spilia isuo no ya eta sai niama bebre ewo Ghana ha especially in the northern regions upper east northeast any northern region omota ebrepa so ye this dam isuo no free ho say ba ye be so isuo no kakra in the dam enti ye be ma flooding eso beti aban tia almost $12 million edema company no abra omunya ehwe ewo ho ukọ ho sisi a block kra ye de be bibi ebi ni ho anwea kra omudigo ni na omu aton ma omu apate omunyama ye den ifri ho na so aban edi yen sika $11.97 million ebi amasa company no Power China Group yenye hwe ewo well yenim bibia omo ejuma no omo ejai to na so yetua sika no amount so you can imagine nia nanka sa sika no $12 million ebetunya ye
sika sa what's the mechanism for paying it to the
well under normal circumstance or say nipa no o produce the interim certificate say ma ye dwuma say before I be then ye be tua sika no ama no. But in this circumstance time my Bank of Ghana omo omutua asa sika no ebe pie yi ni ma ye bisa won no omo ntumi emfan krata bia antre ye say sa krata yi na yensa eka yenti a yitia asa sika no and the ma sankrofo. You can imagine $12 million. Yes, saba CDs nima in the current rate here and num over 14 CDs. You multiply, you are talking about quite serious money. In the Sunyani Krum, acquire assay. You can imagine, say, you could have $12 million able to me a year in Sunyani ha in terms of say the repair and fixing of rules as I say. Ukonanti so a udimi mfa wo cars break down cars into akwambi wo hokora esi car enne car intumi emfa hokora cars akese kra intumi mfa ho ansa na makakora say nkitinkiti ya taxis ni ekeka ho enti ama nipa uti area bi ewo Sunyani sisi a beye dia ma wo say ubenya taxi a on the normal journey no taxi na enenam ho say ubefa bi unless we should that etua unnecessarily high and now what should that freight taxi you say omra mefo ansa na taxi no betumi akwa. So these are the costs to us. Enye honkwan company bi so a friend Muta Angel say oma ba be ejuma bi according to them say ye amount ye tua $2.57 million at the amount enye CD so make bibia mebo bia ye dollars and timenya bo pair multiply by 14 and na wobinya the actual figure in cedis. Omusu yetua $2.57 million at the amount on say motorway extension project. Abra omunya hwe e wo motorway. Omune oman ye ni contract bia because now we are 15th of December 2023 and a parliament yeji tum contractor yedi motorway expansion project yedi be mano any ekwanya yebe fa so ahwehwe sika yedi be yese edwuma no Ghana Investments and Infrastructure Fund GIIF fund NDC abreso under John Dramani Mahama and yeti sa fund no say omun sheda enhwehwe sika enfan supportive investment, big investments in infrastructure development, they say like the motorway, and no and the Yedia Masa and Intia Yetis are funding. Omo and now air funding motorway expansion project through a special purpose vehicle, your friend ATEP Limited. Contractor Obeye Saijumanu, MS Marapoma Limited. Now so Omaino Yakwa Kutia Sika $2.57 million at the amount. Your friend then Muta Angel omunye juma bia ewo motorway so omo ye then a arrangement. Well, I don't know how they came into the arrangement for payment, but minim say a juma no they seeking for the contract and be sha say nanke ya dia obi enyo man na ye de yen sika be ye say juma no ye say contractor na obenya ejuma na ye no ono ana obeye den obehwehwe ni sika e dia ye ejuma no. So Muta Angel came into the picture say omo sika ombeba be ye ejuma no now omo operate then they can hand over ana abainu ana omainu betua one later. That one we heard of Muta Angels, but actually no ebo ana omo ka say omo de je sa project no na e was rudodo. So the minority side, especially led by the current minority chief whipper, na sa time no ono no ye ranking. Ye ka say ranking your parliament. Akwa say we a shadow minister. Ono no ye ranking for road and transport committee. Ojine mu on behalf of mine say there's no value for money in sa arrangement no. Until nya dia omo be peniso. So the ministry never brought anything to parliament for approval. Because when we say Muta Angel no enye Oman Ghana company. Enye company a Ghana company. ɛna nhyehyɛ no so ɛnyɛ nhyehyɛ a ɛyɛ nhyehyɛ a ɛyɛ ɔman nankasa ne nhyehyɛ ɛbɛyɛ international, and every international transaction pɛ mmara a ɛwɔ ɔman no mu no wohwɛ yɛn constitution a article 1815 ɛkyerɛ sɛ clause 5 ɛkyerɛ sɛ ɔsɛ yɛde nhyehyɛ no yɛde kɔ parliament gye tum a ansa na aba bɛyɛ nhyehyɛ a ɛdi mu a ɔsɛ yɛde yɛ adwuma a ɛbɛyɛ yie saa deɛ no nyinaa ankɔ so adwuma biara so ankɔ so wɔ motorway hɔ enti yɛyɛ nwanwa sɛ in the year 2021 no yɛkutua $2.57 million ɛde ma saa company no abra na ɔmo nyɛ hwee ɛwɔ motorway no so there are a number of questions to be answered.
But maybe one of these questions maybe say meaning say based on international relations, diplomatic laws, Emma Hopine say nka aban eba beto agreement bi na ne bonjo so a utumi recall for redress ni yatiti bia bibi nso say ye ni hu kwan say ye be fresh company ya ifiama no ne a ono abeyi ngukate ni agi ensika ye ntumi nye ne saa.
Oh sure say aban mi no tuama ho the only other way saa de no bekoso no ene say ye beto aba asesa aban no because abano also say see no kutua no is protecting that, defending that. Say as far as no ye concern no onye bibia o say o mind no be complaining. Meanwhile wa ye boni wakwa kutua sika ma company a enye adwuma bia emaye wakutua sika ma Power China for say omo be multi-purpose dam project and my irrigation project that was Pualugu so that ebeboa many ways omwanye hwe amaye enye honkwa utia siketua aba before public accounts committee enye just these 2 years make us obekaya some time ago before yebekwa akoto about 2020 na BBPA say ejapa deal na ya gudie ni bibia egu from no na abaye na adwin say o sesa ni nyina e de akwa koma some arrangement bia en did that hoye. And the worst part was that no more they call some Cayman Islander yentumi nkonko bisa tax haven bia untumi nkonko bisa won nsem bebre enti ye hu dede pa be osande afini ye abato afinti Mampanyino at that time eba abontin beka said they should suspend everything enti yang process no kra yang fan cop parliament for any approval na yejun say Mampenika say they should stop everything na asa na anu ya the Minerals Income and Investment Fund Mompenyi ebepie yinima yebisa no questions same public account no say you are spending more than $12 million in the Japan deal already without parliamentary approval ni nyina o mudi sie yanka no kre na ewum ebeye shocking to many persons say you are spending saska no nkra say you even more than that now another 2 million essence shebe bia enokra no empie from the ancestors penyinu odemaye e was engagement no so eba no yensika say akoso bebre ubisa o meka chere say na Russia ni Ukraine to kwanti ena yeniama no nsisiye ena covid ba yenti ena niama no nsisiye dan so covid mbaya ba ye no eno na epia ba no say yenkonkotua 12 million plus in the Japan deal na there be covid tie na yekotua 11.97 million edema Chinese company Power China say omonye Pualugu abra omonye hwe no yetua sika na mo na there be COVID-19 ayikotua $2.57 million edima muta angela na baby sa sike nyina hwe Sky 3 eno so be pie yeni train na ene nam fom kra yentumi ye wie eno kra yentumi ye yese ye ba be ye mframa mu train ya peja yen sika $2 million edi akwa koma company a yen register no kra e wo manim ye man no license kra say obeye Sky 3 a form train kra onye bi oni license kra nanso ya tam yen sika $2 million edi akwa koma company a Real Development Authority for any ministries and say omu nim ho hwe. So yeah, here all kinds of shady investment. It can only take another government to come and question Sanyame so that obia ojiji omo jiji saske nyina no omeye den omesan edisika na ye den aba ama yitumi edi aye nyo se ye ya titi ama bi kura some time back ebi bepie kura se yenim penifo bi kura omo mpaase ne ne ekeka ho no na niama egugu ho maybe still in around maybe omo di akwash share in some other investment nkuntabuo no mbredru a eho ena eye time a yebetumi ama yensa aka some of these things. The Auditor General had tried in some cases say obeye nejuma ebi wo ho a we di echie and they have frustrated so much minim say obekaya say Domelovo ena no ye Auditor General e dey ntina ye pamini free ho because na o chesi aban penifo over in sikabia omutuatua for no work done omutua the same thing ya company na nye juma bia ena yetua sikama home under the authorization of the senior minister and also was say charging say wakwa kutua sika on was say utua because company no enye juma bia ho na odinya anasem asem no kra ekopi court onu o kwa kudie ye pamenu ema ye di ni deputy ebe share ho ade a Onuka say Ejuma bia enkoso no the deputy of course went and testified say oh Ejuma no akoso e ho na ade no ye moot but say penyinu so a ye de ne be che ho ono so koyes anu ono akasa kra ne audit no so kire say enyama bebre na ye den enkoyie so you can imagine na those times no mo feel say oh enye mu no mo appointee Domelevo entina se Domelevo ye nia oye say awan kasa wo de wodofo ba ebe share ho onu kura so esaye many more revelations ukohwe covid audit na omoye ya nyama bebre anko yi ebi wo ho vaccines na ye obia ton free the same company so ho for less than $5 no yenkwa yekoto for $19 per one.
Honorable, we've always been advocating for systems na na akwa say mpanyimfo a call for systems na build a system na you don't say system na fail na mpanyimfo na asama na fail. What is the fundamental issue? Why are the systems that are put to check these things failing?
They are failing because omo put the system omo nye willing say omo be ma system na ye juma. That's the only reason why it's failing. Say person ye be ma system ebe ye juma because yeah, the same systems he be na ye de share amaman bebre ya aye juma. Adentina enye juma ewo ha. Adentina hwe rules akwankwa kokoros audits abaye ni ma hwe na ye kwa hwe na anu omumbra ye nim na ye bi so onsema auditor ye no 2022 ye di report de by June 2023 ya frel say in April Brianim in April 2024 adia report de by June 2023 ya frel April 2024 say Brianim we say won krata na we di ba be yi asem na anu enye ready abra ye be ye audit wo ho ye hu sa de ye bisa wo hu nsem ye ma 30 days say yi anu wentumi yi anu enu nti na ebe pie Auditor General ni report nim nia wo yi free no de me minim but nia wo de be share report no na me ka ho asem wentumi yi anu after 30 days eno omo conclude omo report no omo de aba omo de ba ye no omo be type bibia abind bibia na June no omo de abre from June we release a report no June 2023 to April 2024 no bien kan fie July, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. That's 9 months into the 10th month. We say report no we di be yi ho ano every contracts o maaye no enye ready wodwin pa say ade no woyɛ ade papa wo fa kwan paso na wodidi say adwuma na 9 to 10 months after the report has been released no wanu yi documentation a wodi be ya no enye ready ana omo dwane. So we've given them time say you go back to Accra here there they say asutro a ye wodi no woje ne ntem kra na nka eye
mo be ni pasa den omo mo tell
well ye there no say ye be ye because eye mra sa na mra no ka say auditor general we ni juma on for report in the parliament because or you're more like a staff of parliament also say yeah the Bema committee be not committee na say maybe omo anu yi bia omo ntumi amfa ma auditor general no ana omo de ma no ono wan jantum say nia omo kan ye no sa na o say eko enti omo de ba ye ni ma yeso ye be satena se ahwe say yeso ye hwe say no anu yi na omo de ba ye no ensisi a ye the report be kwa koma the entire house ye be ka ho asem na ababa ye reporter yetumi attorney general etumi yi hu bi e de ye den e de prosecute be akwa say omo di sa boni ya ye ka ho asem yi omo ankasa omo nipa na ye den e wo ho eti bebre na wo ho na report na egu ho na gather dust. But this time round we want to push even harder, and I pray to say Ghana for ye pempuntu ye pese ye ko yenim no afi ya kwa ye abatuo afi enti every 4 years ye ya ho akwenya say ye be yim penifo ombehwe oman no, and this particular year no eba be ye the year abain dada no enya ni 8 years of performance 2 terms a good timer or say ye de ade no de share obi fofo ensema ono so be ye den beba beye ififim no, and especially at this critical moment ye nyobi keke ye nyobi a owo experience akwakoye to say oyere a maybe oyere enyim obeko awonum maybe onko through that process rather ebi kura awako through process no sometimes e drew that time now say ubefre o mami ana wo bema no wo mami ana obi a owo experience na waba beboa aboa sa time no because onu ohun ade na utumi predict say oh say na o say yeah say na o say, so you need an experienced hand at this time. The situation na Ghana ye wo mu enye try and error enyo bia ogine mu ade bia ade no eseya na esey ye nyo bia were proven in the past say or you're capable of solving problems whilst at the same time seeking development for the people. Yembisa yehu, for example, ma yembre fie kura na yenka Sunyani hayasen. Na wo hwe nhihye a abanda da ye say eye wo Sunyani ha. Say eye akwan wo. Say eye school sa ewo ha ne ho expansion. Say eye hospital or Sunyani Regional Hospital, ya done in a teaching hospital. One breast na ye NDC abreso and a hospital under His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings in a teaching hospital, and through that is producing a lot of health professionals. We are quite now. For 8 years, nothing has happened. Me very much convinced say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and no twa so by now Sunyani kwan so na Sunyani kwan extension the ring roads maybe e bi ho a kasa kese kura nka omumbe ye hwe ye wo krom no ombefa no all those ring roads would have been done ebe yi omu every traffic system no a free the center for proper business activities to go on, but
honorable
nothing has happened.
Accounts in still may read how the NDC has described the judicial architecture of the country within the MPP government now. Kwanya impo ye first power judge for ni ekaka ho. Any senior marshal who say I say NDC MPP per se or build the judiciary no demand who beyond government. More GDA war judiciary ni senior mo describe ni beyond an MPP government say and NDC was so sa okunya o kase ye be kodi agi sika nyina no e be boa me yetuni agi sika.
Well, the governance structuring no judiciary eka ho one arm, and we believe say executive nkwa into me then enye dwuma no ema nko iwiepa. So the judiciary is part of our governance architecture. So wo a wonye ready say obekun ebeboa yebekun itia proye no kata hyehyɛ no wankasa me ye sure say han pia sum era. So and I believe say ubia maybe your system ni ma maybe onu opesum no kanye no pia sum no me wogidie say ebeyira. Se nipa no wo ho na se oye sum ho ade a obegyae se onjae so a ono ankasa kanye no be ma wa nipa na ye den epie. So I have hope say under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama no niama bebre be ye den besisa. You see, nipa here freedom of expression within the workspace, you know, so that it put to any kind of then beba. Ene yen areas to say actually for more muhye yen maya muko school no mukra omonianu sisia. Won nimna se bibi koche na wo kan. E kwa ye de wo be faso mu wa wo be hu look head teacher bi abra ye system bi a ye de mofra no bebre ebe good school aban fa konja bi ambae konja bi ani ho ena with the arrangement with parents no emo gpese omo be den omo to plastic chairs to support. That headmaster was dealt with for such an initiative. And the man ne has bebre aye omo adwin say omo nya initiative bia. Enti ye ma omo school bi ho a wo be hu station bi won kran we from Joy FM na anu ya omo koye empty plates documentary bi wo hwe nduane a ye school kodai omo ye de ma won bi ho a mo frey be ye 12 na ye di tina pa ba ko enye kan no like ni a ehihye fingers ne ba ko na ye di a hye nkwanum say enu na omonipa 12 yi be chamom. How? Why should it be the case? And the awufo bebre no say muko school regularly kwa na waye bankumbi kwa na waye duane bi e dia unim teacher bia na omo dia share fridge no mu ho a na omo kanishi e de ma. That is what is happening in a lot of schools now. Omo ebinumu wo ho a na omo share that hospital na doctor ma omumanu special note say omuhia special diet na wo wa pesika akwa kutua bibi extra na itumi ye aduane special edema omumanu. That's what is happening in the name of say ye mazel bibia. Look, PTA e friend pi aban kura say yen yiti no frim na yen friend pi na yetumi nya association na ye hwe ye ma ye de ono akogyae school ha bra teachers and Kahuana. There be that. Enyina ye muzzling out expression. Na ebanu sa yentumi nko enko yenim. Yentumi nko yenim. So I know there are a number of challenges within the judiciary, but I am more than convinced say the executive arm no e behaving who year the judiciary will respond appropriately, and no saadi na ebesi under John Dramani Mahama.
You have spoke about one arm, but another arm also parliament. What can one say recently say yende nyamia say yinya hanged parliament and yes anka ya ton Ghana.
Yeah. So yenya hanged parliament anka bonia omudi edi e wo man mu nka enya easy, because nyamba bebre a ene ababe pie say akoso a anko yiye esi mostly in the 7th parliament. Because at that time, now NDC were only 106 members of parliament. Now MPP kura 169. And the idea bia omupe bia ena no omuye. Eye samre no ena omu appointee ministers 226 ministers. Yeka ya omu se ye mfa omu. Ene at least ometumi hu say o say ye reduce ediba be 88 and 89 there about. Still e was soro dodo. Then so at least about down. But when now we share a number of nyama bia omu ye rough borrowing besia bo mo boy ya enti na amanne besia miniye mpinifo a mo akọ pension kokora ne mrewa wo se o mo koye demonstration wo ministries of finance ansa na o mo pension kora no o mo aye hu adwuma ya gi se ye hwe so ama ho so that o china wo ko wa ho ginu a won sabeka saska na de ahwe ho no o se o mo san koye hu demonstration ebi nsi da ebi nsi wo Canada. Not even when we thought that the country was on its knees those times before the revolution, see, and Ukraine, we be saying, see. But this time around, no, saying Kokra, and Mrewa, Ikra or Mupuma now, Moya demonstration. Then one of the immediate past, and the immediate past as it is now, but at that time, no, a former Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, now Kaumwa, Moya demonstration. And maybe I didn't see that, except under this government. And those times, you say, Obabosiama or Maya, the most credible thing to do. Because Unsru say, with the Omain, because at any time, that government was the most credible agency to borrow to. And now to borrow from, say, Omo Babosi if you want it, so easy. Ankran na wo ko bobesi ama na usru nanso abanya made no asesa say sisia wo de wusika ma oman na o say usru because rather some private institutions have become more credit worthy than oman no oh me man haircut afedie wa mo bia haircut wa cut you bia niti and we are going through all kinds of difficulties. And the worst part, and he said, say, we are in these difficulties. So that, you always say, yeah, no, not yeah, Mom Magalam say, I so to the extent, say, yen cocoa, anka, aboye, all over the years, $80, bow minimum, says, yeah, cocoa production, a swab firm. Because Nsasini Bebre and a Galamsey fire then afa. That some of the areas are Galamsey Nukrano. Krumman or Mo Krum Ho, Assassini or Moody and Ukrano, ye Mahon Quayama or Munko. Buna Yachisha, all kinds of layers of security. One or more Sassini or Moody and Crown, Muntumi Kokra, and Conco, ye Bibi, Ewo, Sansasino, so on Benya Humfaso. Ebinumuna omosisa gold no so a ebe free sa galamsey activities na nka wo say ye de fa the right channel a ebe boa oman no na ye smuggle no out enti gold no enunti ye twatwa kokoo ndua no e free ho gold no ye nya so mfaso because ye mfa the genuine roots because mpenifo na omo ye sa de no omo wa asese omo de be fa kwan bone so e di akọ amanone enti oman no enya sa galamsey gold no hu mfaso koko anka eno na ye beton ama no so abrɛ $, no because chichwa koko ndua no because of galamsey niti eno so eso abafam so koko abra ye hand over oman no di ama MPP in the year 2017 ya yeti ye no ye 976,000 metric tons no in 400,000 metric tons cry ye brand sana yen so $, na ye de be brand into me nya nya wo say yen sika no so a ye gi say ye de tokoko no those times okwa interest rate no ye de gi wa be between 1.52% ene omo de gi ye be over 8 to 9%. Because omunye GDA ewo aban.
But now the NDP says they pay cocoa farmers omutu omukaye chemo.
I don't think omutu omukaye chemo.
Yeah, omo the price are called 2,000.
Minia eno ne ndada na ewo ho no. Onim cocoa ya de a ye tonu in $. Ena ye tonu wo international market. Ya yen hihia to ho say ye mpesa cocoa kwini no ye be ma no less than even 60%. Time na NDC wo ho no na ye man be 67 to 68%. Aban ba ye no at a point omo ka say o omo so be pejam ama be 70%. Ene we check on the international market cocoa buono per ton no any number 130,000 Ghana cedi per ton. Ton no be 16 bags na ewum. Enti wuchichemu a cocoa farmer is not supposed to earn anything less than what 5,125 Ghana cedi on a bag. And this a ton cocoa bag 2,770 cedis. Now you see by almost about some 4,000 crab. Nia yedi mauno just about 25% of the world price. And the abayin kwa efa 75% additional.
Now, honorable NDC doing our calculation saying
NDC at that time the world market price was about 1,130 cedis. What they buy into dollars at that time now the exchange rate me fan okra say near 4 cedi. O calculate here now maybe a bema 1,130 cedi no. What they will multiply by 4 cedi. It will give you something around maybe 6,000 and something thereabout. And at that time, a bag of cocoa was going for about 780 Ghana cedi, and that was about 67% of the world price. And it's kanekra ye mapi nukra ye mano even 67%, nakra ye mano even 50% kra.
Okay, so you
can say more than 2,070 cedis. I say ye de money, and your musisi. And this is the time fertilizer no yem farm ma free. So we kaya those times you import fertilizer, you are trying not for sale. Fertilizer no free. Other indura we di go cocoa so ne keka won nyina no na eba for free. And you increase nursery sites bebre kwa so that cocoa seedlings no so na ye dey ma for free. Those times body na ukodia ukoko foforo body na ye dey hihye na ye body papa ene body na ye dey ma ye say ye mfa enhihye yen koko yedua yen koko a emfifiye untumi end konkoye yakokoye to say this GMO die yibi. Those times are ye ni enim say udua body wo bibia ubon say ebefifi na ubetumi aye den eyi bi wan kasa na wo dia hihye baby fufu ene de ya mo de be entumi enye saade. So they have messed up the entire chain. Oman no na ye say no na niam bebre wo ho a wo say ye. And I believe say look hwe mpenifo mo MPP ni mo free MPP ni to say Alan no mo and ni group a mo kan ho ani mpenifo Professor Stephen Adai no more those times no more kasa pa the man MPP ne tie nya omoka Professor Frimpong Boati ni mo omeka akra so no we free MPP ni mo but ono so aka o say MPP in the form I was say no enya MPP o say yes and dey on mine no e share omonsa.
And I read Professor Stephen Adai article and all kase as board chair for GRE or FINA.
Yeah, forming new board. They are forming new board. Is that the type of governance I will say this? Utiwa na wo ye we juma we obi omo ye juma eko yia yenta emmo mudin bone ye wo abonte no mukra na ye sisa won ntentem sin no mo a omo aye niama yaka na still na ban no na due ni say omo na bibi na ese. So we really need to bring about parity in governance, and I believe people like Alan have taken good decision but at wrong time. My problem I mean with Alan any timing. Or you be a decision now take is we no free MPP o san niama e association a good decision. Now so sad decision go say o taking earlier and yen decision. And the Alan the problem any timing. So nyame sre akachre etie for ne say omo as late as poor as the timing of Alan decision is no we taking decision bi a papa we say emma ye disua bibi na ye hu se abato a ye ba betui no yentumma obi a ne decision making no both the decision is right and the timing is right and only John Dramani Mahama.
Honorable Kofi Idi Adams, MP for Buem constituency in the Uti region, and Atnasia ye di nkomo na yebuswa ye ko nkomo foforo so. Honorable Yaka Gold who has 70% member gold for oil. You have suggested say ye hear gold prices, say fuel prices, send ye to fuel or mine any promise ananka ye hear free gold for oil project ni mo eboebra ntinkebe ya yenyai gain susudua na wo de ISR assessment.
Well, very clear say gold for oil the way our mo trumpeti ade no enye sa na eti because what kind articles be appear earlier in late 2023 and even into the early part of 2024, no, Bank of Ghana can very clear say omo the face out of sa gold for oil deal. Minya adia wan kasa wo say aboa wo papa ijaya na debi we twini a wodo na wonim say ade yi amado yi edimfaso ebremi ana asasi ya ewo ha mi dua sa ade yi a me ti ade na me ti free no sofan aden na obeka say afa de wo begjae sa asase no wondo sa ade no ewo so bio David because why wonim say there are challenges and maybe bibi na eba yenti a maybe wuntumi nko bibi o say woko enti na wo ye no say oh because ahaben wunti udua eho na wenya bibi kakra efim. For me the whole problem was liquidity. Na ye niska wo enti ye fa kwan bi so to turn gold from they say the first resort to buy enti mo bia nko en ye gigi gold ni na ye di akwa oil but enye say gold no yintumi nton wo gold ye turn on the international market, crude ye turn on the international market. Obia ni wa obeka say because Ghana ye di gold na ye di ba beton yen crude ana ye oil inti omwate so amaye. Rather we now create another difficulty. Afen obi be kwa kotina ho you say okay say me ba beji these quantities of oil then quantities of gold and he no say minimum. And in all these have been held in secrecy or mine in kuntabuo institutions na ewo ho no obi anim gold and here ye de kwa koji ye de ji oil no obi anim nipa 1 or 2 pen or more sa information in the whole gold for oil na akwa akoye a channel bi a ebinum afa ho ewia yen gold and say direct no yen sika because enye transparent enye open anything na yen bebre yen insist say yen gold na yen nya no say 100 ounces of gold yen konkoton na yen say 100 ounces of gold no amaye 2 million and 2 million no ye de kwa koto finished oil products on the international market yen international market prices no say ASC and no there will be trace now we Bank of Ghana for buy yenima ye 2022 auditor general's report on foreign receipts and payments ubehu the whole gold for oil deal arrangement no unhunu yiye ewo sa report no enti eno de eyade a ehia special audit to bring clarity. Adentina IMF ni other development partners no omo complaining about that because omo said ye fasa akwa enu ewia sike fi o mine. Yes, they are against it. Say no the Bank of Ghana for said they are facing out with it because they are insisting. Because omo ntumi nko yi omo sika envan ye say ye de ba beboa wo. Na wo wankasa wo de na no wo ho wobetumi adi aboa wo no na wo fa kwan bi so a wo je adi ahye
there is a part of the initiative almost say we could sell the gold to a broker who will in turn pay the oil producers
eno nyina na ye ka say emma yenhu mia ewom that broker who gets that broker they are ton gold all this while the good arrangement was a system we say ya insist say all good purchases on Ghana through Bank of Ghana the first resort to buy and no me for so pa dia good for us e boama yenya yen gold no mfa so ye build your reserves no up e ma yenya ho mfa so as o mine no that is good. But even then, we hear the level of galamsey, our cost gold that ye free from the forest reserves now ye remway this. Now they hear gold now, ya afa through our system. And ye and which I say ye nya even over 70% of ye gold now ye tutu from your sources. So ye nya no some faso. Bibrina effort through illegal routes out of the country. It's so clear. There's a report from Ibinumwa Omoyen say Ghana is losing billions of dollars through gold smuggling. And to Google gold smuggling from Ghana, reports are ABP out from just search on simple search on Google.
Meet the press series, President Kufuor he spoke about some $6 billion that was lost to the Gulf in illegal gold trade in Kwa alone. When the Galamsey campaign was at the highest, so we were losing so much. But Honorable Money Minerals Commission and so in Kitangudi, has it also proven or given us a fair idea how much we are losing?
Well, nene ending kita because any public accounts committee na the oversight committee.
Okay.
Committee a mo hwe Minerals Commission ankasa Committee on Mines and Energy.
Okay.
Omuna the day to day de no mfumuso a omunkuntabuo ho anko yie just nkuntabuo ho maybe omo ama contract bi omo amfamra kwan so na omo de ma contract no maybe sika bi a omo spend ye no omo amfamra kwan so na omo spend sa sike enti omunkuntabuo anko yie no eno na yen mi auditor general a capture na yen ye omo adwuma na maybe omo be pie ye nima na ya fa ho kwan ye bisa some public interest questions bi but the committee omo regulate omo hwe omo timi afre won bisa say san hihye a mo ye no enye mo famra kwan kora hihye yi nye entima mo nye hihye bi wo ho a wo famra kwan so na wo ye nanso hihye no emfa mfaso emre oman no ha ye wo committee omo eye saade no yen de mo ayewie ama ya behwe mu nkrata no mehu se ade yi mu anye ne yie na omode abreye if efa nkuntabuo hu ha bet ye wo committee omo daily activities bi anamotuo bi a wo se omutu omode omo program of activities no omode bebre sa committee no ewo hu kwan se omefre ho omo aye nhwehwem aka say okay munye mamunye nso on and so for omode omo wo ho
emrabe rane
system no omo so omo wo ho
na honorable sir the Mines and Energy Commission committee
here report back could be a may they say almost say Ghana lost a total of 1.1 billion through unaccounted gold exports between 2019 and 2021. Investigation by Economic and Organized Crime Office. Iyoko crown or mokao. And yet just any Iyoko ankasa no masa listen between 2019 and 2020 say unaccounted gold exports. And it say gold that you baby I na if you mine no call amanoni. Just $1.1 billion. And yes, it is so. And what they call CDs nima we multiply by 14. And it say yeah come about 14 point no a bit more than that 15 point maybe 5 billion Ghana cedi.
No, we criteria ben omu quantum no.
Say baby a de kono omu trace ko ho e ho no de omu keep track of gold every oman no e ho. Enti omunya sa recognize trading persons now. Omu say this is the gold trail from Ghana and so on and so forth. Say omu person omu introduce idea bi where gold now must be marked so that ye mark here and my mind be wo ho a ye nton omu gold grab you because of blood gold in acquire ye faso the crime related activities acquire ye faso ye mining activities are enko ye no, so they now want to mark that ye to me yes ade na so ebema this kind of smuggling and all this because you can't be involved in the business of mineral trade without trace to be at the end free. Because what won't you mean then enton.
Yene Honorable Kofi Ibi Adams and Atanasia Yedi and Komo MP for Uti region in Komona any Busi. Honorable, when you now boils down to performance and the enka yebe bukef kakra na yakura performance tracker no emu na eho ena minim se eho nso o ensem kan kakra o based on ya yedi nkomo yedi nyina. Currently NDC problem pa ni say project bi o ho ya report ya NDC project. Beyond that, issues and kasa party raise tracker we in terms of performance and anything.
Well, say abani ye na agin say o bebunkunta edi ama timemfo a ade a ye papa yen ye foa nkuntabu so because ade a papa intumi nka say ma ye bunkunta enchre timemfo but say u bebunkunta so a bunkunta nokre membo bunkunta dada enin throw aban ba no eyin the second tracker or ba in terms of or say ni juma waye but before aban beba no aban bebre so aye omo performance indication through various forms. President Rawlings abreso na ye town hall engagements ni ye keka ho President Kufoba ye toaso sa town hall engagements each year ono so be ye book bi even under na Crawford it is in say tourism no mo de monkeys bi aba show say no so ka omo development ho ne. Then President Mills, President Mahama so NDC ba no ye page mu the green book plus the PDF version of it. And on mobile 2020 ye koto aba no omo koye delivery tracker. Na delivery tracker no saa so no modi projects bebre ehihye ho a ebi ho a any forms are either say the project they were not existing and now endru stage na edru ewo saa delivery tracker no. Now omo report at the time of launch and say now why be 17,000 projects during the launch of the delivery tracker in 2020. The next day, Dr. Baumia, Vice President, ne running mate to Nana Blanco Akufo-Addo, copy wa Peace FM. After they see projects, every 17,000, ako 18,000 because omugu so more updating. And in 2020, mo launch a delivery tracker no, mo say mo 18,000 projects. After the free 2020, aba 2024. Na mo launch delivery tracker a year from 2017 eba June 2023 senko say projects at least every 18 na ebi nye den embeka ho ana at least enye 18 okura ave de mo be ye 2024 de projects na end June 2023 mo say 13,000 enti mo de mo projects performance no eso etina eti ho na ye the first lie na ewo omo sa performance tracker here omo de buy no that's the first angle we hu hwehwe mu a obehu ntro a ewo mu wo say ye bisa wo 20 say wo man mu omo ya ahe wo say me man omo ye 3 then wo sound will be back ho afi de edru 2024 ye bisa wo say wo man ya ahe a wo say wo man ye 2 meanwhile one report say ebi ewu. So are you saying say between the last time na ye bisa wo no till this time no won bioma na ana nyawo ye no ebinum ewu so omu kra omuka because sa performance tracker no won say projects bi wo mu a zero status no 0%. Yenye hwe kra no ye de share ho eka sa 13,000 wo ba me constituency a ye say ye multi-purpose assembly hall ewo Okaja Krum Sectec status 0%. Na so ye di ahye ho project a ye hu bibia ye 0% ni nyina ye di ahye tracker num eno even me challenge kura because eno no mo see 0%. Ade a wonye hu hwe no wo enye say wa award contract enye say wa hwehwe hu sika to ho to say the way ya for tema akosombo real project yan sa no omo ba be ni mu no won hwehwe sika nto ho wonye hu design nanso wo see yen fan share delivery tracker no me once omo aka say status here 0% and I don't even have any problem with that. But the essence of projects bia omo ba no omo nye hu bibia na omo de ahye ho say 100% complete omo nye bibia on those projects ebi ye routes ebi ye schools adan ebi ye security installations and our facilities ebi ye insuo hun nsem bebre kwa all over mo region ha ewo even bono region kra ye wo bebre omo di ahye ebi wo ha enye omo project na no yen colleague MP ewo Doma West ema meti say akwan bi ti say nkrankwanta to Kase route since 2021 contractor bi amma so enewo ko fasa akwan na wo use motor kra wo bre no mo say 100% complete sa so na akwan bi so ewo the same Doma West to hana o mo say kwekwanya e de ko Kojokumi Krum road no so eno so o mo say 100% ye wie na so enesa akwan no wo di motor kra fa so wo bre na so mo say o mo wie so na we call the same Doma area Doma East project ENI Italian company bia President Mahama Breso na omo ba omanyi omenyimu a omo be gas hu adwuma ewo Western Corridor be company ne ye Italian company omo say ye mrantie bebre na ye a omo tie free omenyimu efa very bad route say omo pese omo ko Europe no mo akwa Libya no mo afa ye wo short space bi ewo imposo a omo twem na mo dia kowura Lampedusa island wo Italy ho enti omo ba no mo sheda ebesi facility bi omo ensini wo bebia omo de ba Bono region ha ewo Doma East eno mo be yes an hihye no mo ye project dormitories or more agric unit or more poultry so that or more training young persons to acquire skills. Now some of the skills now mo benyano or mo betumi kura kwa yejuma with the Italian giant company ENI. Some mo be kaya those times now President Mahama ka say or mo hwehwe skill labors bi kura or mo nya sa skill laborers na on be adwuma to say welding in here kaka won munya bi kura so there were plans in place to train san hihye na omoye no omuwie MPP abreso enti session na don ko akufo ado e na oba commissioning of sa project na ama as normal no obo Italian aban na abaso say omoye sa hihye no wanka kora say yiye na ya President Mahama abreso na ye de won ba o mai no o ma ba ba ye bibi papa nti eno so ye mfaso bi a NDC arrangement with a company no ama bono ana doma man enya so mfaso a ebi aka bono man ni nyina wan yesa ene omo delivery tracker every single structure bia ewo sa area ni nyina no na omo akan no say one project ebi wo ha omo ko omo pottery bibia ye nyin kokọ ni ekeka ho one project bibia ye dua carrots ni ekeka ho one project bibia dormitory one project one project sa no omo kenka be 9 different projects the same institution na institution baako. How can you even do that to the people? Abra enya ban ena ban sika enka ho in any form ENI4 ena omo be ye omo ade. Now so that is what is happening in this. You free her at the call many other places. Ebi o ha projects bi o ha MPs ena omo aye. Ebi o MP bi akwa kolobi a yesi police station no constituency no. To say ebi wo Sheriga in Bolga Central Isaac Adongo ena oyeye no mo di ahye o mo traka no. Memi school ni mienti a no mo yesa no mo adwuye won say dem a yan hwem in 2020 no delivery tracker no performance tracker no so yenye den maybe yenkum na mo di adada nipa na mo college ne omo ba omo program so no mo betena so a omo be listi a lot of projects say yes no mo ko. So the former information minister, any current works and housing minister or sheda ye launches a tracker no e dey no kan ye o see omo a verify a validate all those projects omo sheda e dey assembly to ho e dey dada nipa no say all the over 13,000 projects have been verified and validated. And the deputy I know here information minister designate Fatima to Abubakar so the abesha was say yes also the geolocation kura aka site no enti wo click here e de obekọ bibia project no wo mini asade nyina o mukan no munim say eni o sa na so o mukan so aside say projects ni bi eni ho yenye ana enyo mu no mo aye projects no ya wie ewo President Mahama Breso ana project no ye hia ewo President Mahama Breso a ya be even 80% enti kakra bi na omo be ye ne nyina no omo de ahye omo kasa no mu no omo say from 2017 to June 2023 sandada nukridi a enim no eno na ya de a ehaye eno bi eno omo de ye Ameri planti Ameri dia NDC abreso na ye RNG sa power generation plant ya ye friend no Ameri ni nyina ye 10 unit ba ku bia generate 25 megawatts enti sa 10 no de 250 megawatts na de be kan ye generation capacity abra no mo opposition omo ka Ameri ho asembone ena Ghana 40 mo de tumto aba ema ho omba ya ade a omo say ne bo wosoro dodo a omo ba ba ye hu adwuma na afi de omo pagya na eko beyond unnecessary level na President Akufo-Addo ko signing yes executive approval for miscellaneous deal na afi de omo say he has been misled by who energy minister no say ono wa mislead obia up till ne omuntumi nka nipa o mislead he says na dan ko Akufo-Addo enti na oma executive approval for the miscellaneous arrangement on Ameri. Well, to cut a long story short no eno ye kati ye unim ya omo aye Ameri 6 units no eno omo sesa no edeba Kumasi aferi emo de ba Kumasi ade a ya commission ato ni din already no wo sesa wo location a wo na enya ha na wo share wo media adwuma maybe woyɛ wo baby ansa na wo ba ha edin a ye de frɛ wo baby ana wo no wo ba ha no wasesa wo din na bi edin a ye de frɛ wo ho no eno ana wo de ye adwuma ɛwɔ ha afei de Ameri wo aboaze enclave ye adwuma na wo de ba Kumasi a na wasesa din no wo sesa din no so a ɛda wo kokko bia no wan kan ma omo a wo bia no ombeti se ade yi ana ye frɛ no Ameri no kura no eno na ya to ni din foforo so da obi abemu se oh maybe nanso nanka ye Ameri wo di sie na wo dada ni ban se ade foforo na wa ye den wo di aba eno na ya branch ba ko bisa se wonim edin to a sua ekwan a ye fa so ye wo mmofra so that we the enye din kwa na wo be nante na wo tutu din wo so wo bi na tu din na wo mpese wo be hwe na so ebinum no mo hwe na wo ye den wo nkotu din that is what
tu din no the American so a NDC for be baashe
yeah there ya baashe because I didn't ya tu din already nya o ye ne se o pese o kata so that ye hu se America ye ka ho nsembone no eno ana ye de aba Kumasi ne a ye dwuma boa nya be koso ewo Kumasi. That's all that they want to do. That's all that they want to do. Player no de omo pe player no ne ball na obo. Na so yen sister player ni din na yen koye no makeup bi na ye hu ne ball bo no de ye pe ni goal share na so ye din no de ensisa so that ye hu say oh sa player na obo mo team na ewo BA United bra egusu ho a okay yeti omudi ache
ye pro
second division mo yen tem na mo bra soro kakra mo che second division do mo che second BA United in second division team a o say listen economy enti ye player no nanso ye mpese BA United din be ko enim nti na ya sheda akosisa player ni bi me obo baby anka ye beka say oh BA United na omotiti player ina wa ko enti ye nsisa ni din na BA United no enra wo sa player no so that is the type of arrangement that MPP for aye e was Ameri oh ye mfambra nanso ye yi Ameri mfiri so ye Ameri mfiri so
honorable say tracker no say ye can we in any call it for independent probe what would it solve
well nienti mefoa probe no eni ni say ye di kan a ye di nkomo no mebobo nyama bi so say ye tua almost $12 million edi ma power China say omu aye djuma bi ama oman no ewo Palugu multipurpose dam project abra omu nye hwe ye tua another $2.5 million edi ma Muta Angel say omu aye djuma ewo Temamuto we abra omu nye hwe enti ebi wo ho a tracker no nyuma bi a omu ka say 100% complete this percent complete ni ebi wo ho a maybe omu kohwe nkrata no ewu say ye tua ho sika enunti eno omu ka say 100% complete enti yankoye hwehwemu a domafo a omu ya choro say mu akwan no ye wie 100% complete abra ye wie ye no next time mu ko pray for continuation of that project na penye a oda no nkrata na eda nanim no kire say contract ni ye wie ama ye tua ho sika kora abra ye nyeye enunti na microphone fa no say ya agro keke wo baby sa track yin kranti no say ye tutia MPP sa track ye omo akwa ndada nkwa na egum no enu kwanti no say ye tutia ho so that aban foforo no ba obenya ho akwenya akohwehwe nkrata no mehu say baby ayeka say 100% complete ana ye tua sika nti no mo ka say 100% complete ana ye tua so a one oji saska no adentina one o prepare certificate no consultant ben no hwe so a o si ejuma no ye wi ama ye tua ho sika bra ye wi ye so for the purposes of yankasa ye mpuntu yen kan ko no o say ye to abeti a aben ye to abeti MPP pa in the 2024 elections here ye beko ye ntuntia o mo MPs because omo ka ho binti na ye sisi ye wo fam because
your projects are ongoing. Our report you are 30% no near the agenda 111 ni nyina no o say bosirimuka.
Another problem me war with the agenda 111 and say senka ebi wo ha ye bisa say nyansa nyankoponka odi amaye nyina o menu a woti hei na Uoska maybe say maybe 100,000 Ghana cedi. 100,000 Ghana cedi ufa ebetumi esi maybe chamber and hall 2 amount. Now instead say udi skano bekwa kusi 2 chamber and hall a ube kukuru hu ube wie na wa rent ya mankofo. Na se nkrofo timu a sika na omo betu ama no na wo di akwa akohye a third chamber and hall ase. Abra wuguso je rent every the 2 na we no na wo extend it. We third one so a uji hu ska na wo the fourth one ye den abeka ho. Na wa sorry na wo 100,000 na we nya no wo de akwa akoye foundation for 10 chamber and halls. We foundation afi de wuntumi wie. Ade a wo wie ye no obi a be haya na obi a mbe mba me haya. Enti 100,000 no aloke ewo ho nia onyansani beye eni say 100,000 or the baby 2 chamber and halls na wa high 2 chamber and halls no e dia mankrofo omutia na o dia share a third one no so ase owie with nya omu betua na oji third one na dia na o dia kotoa fourth one so na ye nya hu mfa so aban yi unim say right from the word go no won ni sika wo de beye agenda 111 across the country. Now wa sorry akwa kokate foundations all over. Na mene wo ka say not a single one en na we. Not one. Senka sika na wo de koye ebi wo footing level, ebi wo lintel level, ebi edru roofing level ka se wo di wie even 20 kura. Na 20 no ye juma. Se ebi ni Sunyani ha na ebi kura wo doma a wonim se o wutuka ko doma a ubenya hospital a ye wie wo ho a obetumi asam ho yare. Enti se tu kura na ye wie wo bono a yenim se bono ha no ye wo tu a ye wie. Se tu na ye be wie wo ahafo a yenim se ye wie tu wo ho. Instead say ube tutu form bebre say wo ye hospitals a untumi wie. Then akaho. That is what this government have done. While lucky sikana ashishe abra untumi ye den
say what happened with the E-blocks.
Well, to say what happened with a friend is saying cathedral mampinyini main project the priorities of priorities.
E-blocks
the priorities of no E-blocks you indicate say you basi this number down so you share 200 na asi atego. We're working with anything that you to me we bebre then you commission you can say 200. It didn't mean say you can't say sold for all 200 because you can say you collect 200. That is what a sensible government will do. Unkonko can't sold for 200 because what I say you've identified communities are here school 200 inti o kwa kwa katini nyina so nka se sa na ye dia se nka E-block nka ye bia. But we were sensible enough to know say wo hwe sika abedi yensa both from GOG and World Bank no you betumi awie this number. And even though the dream ne say ye be 200 no ye ndi kan and share this number ase na ye wie na reduce pressure na ye the BB then kapu. That's what the government should have done with the agenda, because after all mo ba ye no na mo ehun say hospital so hia until say COVID buy out of COVID no mo say hospital hia and see all of a sudden say can share by dada no eye no building of hospitals both regional and district and polyclinics say ko mo to aso from 2017 nke nko hia kra say ye be agenda 111 nka maybe mu di bi aka ho kakra sa but it doesn't make sense. I don't know say ni America no otimi ase ana wo so what do you say yen ukura sika ensun ejuma na well fakos share this it doesn't make sense.
Well, perhaps they felt they had the money.
You had the money from where? Say wo ni aben mu na wo do say wo scanner then it makes sense but wo abem when him say scanner bi ni ho when him say scanner bi nye den eni ho enye say wo ni abem wo abem.
Honorable Kofi Idi Adams, Mami Faunra NDC building the Ghana we want.
Yep.
What are the foundation, the building blocks of
the
24-hour economy?
Well, I believe say in all the conversation they have made the nyama be the real that is indication of what we need to do to build the Ghana that we want. But we be sabi before 24-hour economy. So we here, we say many key persons are omo akasa ediafa oman Ghana hono omo any His Excellency John Dramani Mahama the major key policy around which are ye rani and campaign no omo ni eya adwen wutie alankojo chiremanten ne kase nyina no is based on what the 24-hour economy industrialization wutie Dr. Abu Sakara so onene call into some form of engagement now also endorse 24-hour economy utie penifo bia omukra wo MPP nim so omu ne aban currently enya adwen kwan omu afa so ye omu niama emboa to say Professor Frimpong Boate no nyina omu indication any say the 24-hour economy. A day any 24-hour economy. 24-hour economy simply means a buying a shedda edin shishye to ho so that yen economy no end up ye be running 24 hours. O share yen state a ye wo na bebia na ye wo abra ye je oman Ghana esi ho. Na omo a yen won ehye ase a ebinim kra besua bibi efi ye ha bebi a omo edru no say ye ya adwin say ye ba beko on the 8-hour economy a yentumi nko ye nim da the only way and he say ye be ye extra they say wo ye de wa ko school bibi nti yare bi bo wo nti a particular term no one go school we nsua de no say mo nyina mo kwa akotro nsohwe bia e de no wo say wo ye o say wo wa disua no enye double nia omunya akwenya echo all terms no omo ye de omo ye in the state we find ourselves now yentumi nko ye ni running only 8-hour economy so nia NDC yempeni eka no say abai deliberately edin shishye bebre beba including and not limited kanie omo be nya dia ye dwuma no say ye beti so e dia mohon during some hours yen shedan use kanie so much no omo be ye dwuma during that period e dia ka the normal period no ye beti so amahon so that cost of doing business no eba form we mix no up na we mfaso we cost of production no eba form na we mfaso so ye den kosoro mfaso na wonya no we dey be more investment na we dey be so etu additional labor that will come because the principle of economic growth HL say the more you produce the lesser the cost per unit the unit cost no ye den eba form so that is what John Dramani Mahama is talking about. Now, enko ye just at the level of big industries, even agro processing. Let's say, okay, pay aba. By 2-3 weeks ago, we hear pay Alberto, ukra 50 cedi. Yeah, the amount pay na yeah the 4 pieces. Be the amount say 50 cedi. Ene pay bu ukra even 10 cedi kra bebre na obesisa. There should be a way to be able to process pay, no, so that omo edo pay no. Enkoba no say because you do season na ebunti na omumfa so a wo say omunya no omunya no saa omudua mango eduru mango season na mango no na ebu to the extent say processing any honti na omunya ho mfa so and so on and so forth. Ye be ye chain no in such a way say every level no obia benya ho mfa so. So many more young persons will be willing to go into agriculture because there is an assured market. Omo so be ya din say me kwa machine e di aba be process nyama bia omunim say at all times no the raw material now we here to do the processing no ebe wo ho because enkoba no say who di wusika akwa share factory a process a particular product. Now so afi dia edru time bia wo nya sa raw material now wo di be ye wijuma. So the 24-hour economy is going to have a certain KWESI effect. Ebema, even the production of the raw material no consistently will also be there. So we'll build a factory of that nature around anywhere. We are very sure that the raw material will be available.
So
now,
the 24-hour economy hinges on industrialization,
agro processing, and all the various sectors and other services, port services, other services. Even passport offices are. But he said, Dr. Baumia, any MP before Muntiasi and say, oh, we have already digitalized passport, and you can sit at the comfort of your home and fill the passport form. Yes, who feel we are? Can you go around this time, say, you take who fingerprints and deadly? But yeah, can say aside, say, who to me fill for passport from anytime from anywhere, who to me so call at all times, the various levels of passport activities will be functioning. So that who in here say will be jai with Juma every week Juma because when him say passport office on me pon by 5 p.m. inti. Who with Juma wo ye no now we jai with Juma who dwane alcohol them before omube then omube two omo dine because who kwa fingerprints. And now I say we renew driving license because who should say police for bet you one renew it. Now we jai with Juma dwane alcohol DVLA office say kwa 5. When him say who pon with Juma even 6 p.m. DVLA office no Juma. And at the comfort of your time, ube koho na ya process a renew driving license then amount. That is what we are talking about when we say 24-hour. And yeah, digitalization. Digitalization will enhance 24-hour economy. And unti ena John Dramani Mahama say penyibi wo menim oye political leader what digitalization asema si ye pa His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, because eho ene the biggest area. But Dr. Baumia ye will be a ono ade no ya ye ni yie ato ho no na waba opese obeje ho fans economy enunti na de bia me criticize President Akufo-Addo nyama bi wo ho a me yi ni film because enyo no na waye ye ton Dr. Baumia Emmanuel say or your economic wizkid. And na obi a onye MPP ni. Onkra MPP membership card no in the year 2007 no utumi convince MPP peni for say membo mu de politics no minim. Ma benye wo mu na so economy de minim economy. Nipa mate say oya de pa obeboa no ene Baumia. Enti situation bi a emma ho kwan say obi a onye party ne ba ye de ne be ye running mate no munyi mfiri me so na mintumi nkofa Dr. Bawumia embra according to Nana Ohini Ntua no ye general secretary de my MPP at that time 2007 ye yisa ade ni nyina efiri so ma utumi kofa Dr. Bawumia nkunimdia mbe ye omudie 2012 osande ne baye omundi nkunim 2016 osande ne baye because no nim say ope obi a economy no obeye ne hu adwuma amano afei de Dr. Bawumia baye Economic and Intelligence Unit predictions any many other institutions or more predict say Osan anamotuo papa John Dramani Mahama etu ye ne NDC eni niyama bia eba beka economy hu to say new oil finds cocoa production na akosro atoabo gas ye dia aba on system no ye economy no eba benyini yie economy ni sha so say economy nim 2017-2018 Dr. Bawumia even in the first 100 days ekoye press conference say ono any economic team no eno mo manage ni ama yie a dollar no kra no omo achi dollar no aloke dollar no e dia share sales ama ye de safo no kra e dia ma IGP na IGP kra key ya loke dollar no abra sa time no budget no kra no omuntumi present e omo budget a ye di yejuma budget na ye di yejuma policies a ye di yejuma in the first 100 days of the NPP administration in 2017 na ye policies a ewo hodada na budget a ye presenting in November 2016 no eno na ye di yejuma in the first quarter of 2017 now so Dr. Bawumia ekoji all those plaudits e de man who say ono na waye President Akufo-Addo, and I give credit to him. Okopie wo parliament Inyama eko ye based on the positive things yaye earlier. Wamfa plaudits na mfa John Dramani Mahama any NDC. Osi Dr. Bawumia ne economic whiskey ena wabua ma economy no eko ye. Ave de economy na say ya untumi afede Dr. Bawumia dwane free economy onka economy wa send you afede ye digitalization yemfan fom no emfan kobo ne driver ono de oye mate keke na driver no so be ka say yes no krese ono no oye driver na so driver bia ni ho a ontie ni mate na no ye a obepie wo parliament no sa asem no kai and he was indirectly responding to Dr. Bawumia say yes I agree say me a driver meaning the ultimate responsibility untumi nka say president ya ni ho a ontie efutu papa ye de man so indirectly he is also telling you say efutu papa bia wo de amano bia no otie ye ni nyina aka ho na ene ya mesi bibia averi Dr. Bawumia dwane a o say averi onu na ye champion of digitalization meanwhile obi a wetu anamuo so efa digitalization wasem John Dramani Mahama the longest fiber optic from all the way from the south to the upper east was laid under John Dramani Mahama. Accra Digital Center yi yedi ye juma enunti are creating a opportunity for a lot of youth to go and work from there and make a lot of money. John Dramani Mahama. Inyama bebe ono obeye deputy minister for communication under Jerry Rawlings. Within the shortest possible time, you will say, "Wa being ewo enti ye ni substantive minister, Ecos Gabra, if you are no education minister, and I the communication, NDC John Dramani Mahama and Sim. Obeye vice president, he saw to it and continue with that agenda. As president, he continued with that agenda. But dede and on ye, you say, Ankra in Sugumu Bebreno, and time ye dede.
Say, you're building a better infrastructure for payment systems, making sure that the economy is formalized, that you capture ubia are able to me are reaching out to make demands on their financial responsibilities, especially taxing. I think this is a good way for an economics to set a nation's economy for success. And
of course that is good, but saying Dr. Bawumia na obeye sa.
As we are saying now, say former President JDM built a foundation, you know, but the components that is running to this effect, you know, we can say it's Dr. Baumia a champion. That's
what now. What be kania obiaye dada to say or say why interoperability, but no one even in his own voice, you know, is indicating say interoperability that ye be no at this cost and on buy no why no at that cost. Interoperability nia wo ye any the management of it and any the same as in Shishena na edaho. So you knew very well say the interoperability have already been done, but nia wo be ye no was to change a few things in it. So again, what Dr. Baumia and Awubeye. About the issue of this Ghana card, President Kufuor no shares here. Or no, and now pass a act no. Ye pass a act or say ye regulation. Regulation NDC abreso and ye be regulation. NDC abreso and now more ye Ghana card sees here margin company. Ye no one echo into a contractual arrangement. Ye buy no one or more twaso egusu a omuye say edwuma data or more capture and one na ye hansen no ye di ye edwuma besine yankwa ankofa company fufu bia. So how on earth edwuma e share say from President Kufuor abreso a ye tu hu anamo ye be ye hu regulation ya capture data bebre ya hwehwe company a omu betumi etu sa anamo no aye hu edwuma no afede wo beto aso a wo say wo na wa even President Kufuor kra or no share the national and my man credit bia. Say yi nye bia on no crea when bium. Say adienu oh yenko na economy a wa say no baby a ye ton pa de ma Ghana for say we economic whiskey. O kasa bebre abra na ye de 4 cedi edj $1 endu 4 cedi kura. We say when fundamentals are weak exchange rate will expose you. In a year yedi 14 cities na yedi kwa kwaji $1 no eden no oka unemployment rate ewo man na ewo form like just 8% ene enam 14.7%. Youth unemployment kra ewo so since inflation na ye 15% a omo de ye dede ene inflation ye over 25%. Ekosoro kra since but my using the current figure over 25%. Food inflation about 29%. So it is very, very clear. Say Dr. Baumia or failure now we Jania Kwakoshe baby fofo. To say Abuabia you say or say trouble was or saying so no etifia now I Jania ba
Honorable Kofi Adams. 15 minutes I can be child of na almost to me getting interactive. I'm told say specific questions I per se Bisa Honorable Mani and we can pick some of them. 0202 760178. Ufra no and snappy na wama question no I fast say insurance so no